What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus, back at you again with another action figure review. And what do we have here? You see it before you. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's one of the bigger news items that is in the Marvel Legends collecting community. An Amazon exclusive we have here, a 2-pack, deluxe style. We have from the Inhumans, Crystal of the royal family, and Lockjaw, who is also of the royal family. He definitely is. He gets, if you didn't know, he gets all of the honors and privileges the rank of being part of the royal family affords. Believe it or not, I've seen it in some comics. It's the truth. Anyway, that's what we got here going into. You see, this is almost like a throwback, if we can actually use that phrase, this early, this soon. We've got, you see it, we have artwork instead of a windowed package. And it's pretty nice, too. You got Crystal, who is an elemental. Her powers are elemental in nature. She can control the 4 elements: water, air, fire, and earth. And of course, you've got Lockjaw, who is an Inhuman, not just a large, super large canine. He has the ability to teleport. And he, as his name indicates, once he clamps his jaws on you, you're not getting out. We've got, you see the Inhumans logo up there. We've got it on the side, on the side of the, I said on the side, the top. On the side of the packaging, we've got Crystal. The other side, we've got Lockjaw. On the rear, we have a digital render, 3D render of the figures. And we actually have a bio. Marvel's Crystal Lockjaw, princess of the Inhuman royal family. Crystal uses her ability to control elements alongside her loyal protector, Lockjaw, who's also royal. Able to flip that faux pas into something. So, once again, to the front to take one last look at that beautiful artwork. Out of packaging, we have a dual clamshell combo. The top or exterior clam has got Crystal, and it's got a couple of her accessories, which would be a pair of fists. We are also peeping a leg, a left forelimb, and we have at the top there a mouthpiece for Lockjaw, splitting these clamshells in two and separating them. The other one, the other shell, the inner shell, we've got another head sculpt for Crystal with windswept hair, a couple of accessories for Crystal showing, trying to demonstrate her powers. We've got one for Flame, and the other one, I believe, would be for Air. It looks more like Air, definitely, because it's totally transparent, no blue tint or anything like that to try to suggest water. And then we've got Lockjaw. We've got a pair of hind limbs squatting, and his right paw. He is Crystal out of her clamshell and standing before us. You can see that pretty basic figure in terms of design. It's just yellow with black. That's really all it is. 2 colors for the costume. It's molded in yellow, and we've got black paint. In fact, let me see something here. It's actually sculpted, so that's great. This is sculpted and then painted over. You've got black there, the inner thighs. Obviously, the gloves and the gauntlets on the wrist. And let's see, is that? No, it's painted. I wanted to see if it was also sculpted. She's got some black around her collar there, so pretty nice. The head sculpt, let's zoom in and get a better look at that. And as we can see, Hasbro's done it again with very nice digital printing for the face. It's truly amazing. We know how great they are. I've said this before ad nauseum, I'm sure. But if you guys are here and you're listening to me again, I guess you don't mind. But it's incredible how good the live action faces come out from the photoreal tech. But this digital technology for comic based characters is, I say, equally as good. And it shows. I mean, that's a human or human female. Beautiful. The paint apps are great with the red lipstick, and the eyes are looking very, very nice. She's got that band that goes around her head, and pretty accurate. I've always wondered if that was actually her hair, or if that was a hair piece that she's always used, because her hair is always that way. I had to assume over the years that this pattern is actually part of her hair, and it's not a headpiece or anything like that. As for the rest of her, it's a combination Shriek body. She's got the legs. Looking at the upper torso, that was redone for her because Shriek is a little bit more, shall we say, bountiful than this, even by today's standards. The Shriek isn't as buxom, if you will, as the original Moonstone body, but it took several years, but Hasbro finally did us justice and came up with Shriek body and did away. Well, they still haven't really done away with it, but we started transitioning over to the Shriek body, which has, have some, it's more curvy than the skinny female buck that we've had for seemingly ever. So, so you got that going on with the body there, so that's pretty nice. We have, in terms of our articulation, her head is on a dumbbell. So I guess with the hair, it wasn't going to do anything in terms of going back, whether it's a dumbbell or a ball hinge, regardless. So you're getting zero going back. You're not going to get much going forward. You get some. You probably would get a little bit more, but her hair flows over her chest, so that impedes as well. You can get some movement, but once again, the hair is impeding. But you can get something. You're not going to get much in the way of tilt left or right. She can get you that T-pose, as you could see. In terms of going back, she doesn't have butterfly joints, so you get what you get this way. But it's decent considering. Clasping is out of the question in terms of closeness. That's what you get. That's great, though. It's great enough for some gesturing moves. She has a she's got the bicep swivel. She's double jointed and pinless all over the place. You love that. So that's cool. She's got the standard female gesturing hands that swivel horizontally. She's got a diaphragm, as most female bucks do. So she can go back that far. Forward, it's a little bit, but believe it or not, for me, that's more than I expected. Hasbro really is going to have to do something about their diaphragms, especially on the females. They're not that great on the males either. You can go side to side, and she gets her rotation at that diaphragm. There is no waist swivel at all. She can do the splits that far out. She can kick 90, go back just a little bit. She's got the thigh cut. And once again, double jointed, pinless knees we're talking about. She can point her toe forward that far, up that far. She's got the ankle pivot, and she's rocking the holds, of course, at the bottom of her feet. So that is some basic but standard articulation on our female body. And here's the windswept hair sculpt here, and it's equally as beautiful. You have that hair going, you see how it's going. It's being blown to her right, and you can see they even made sure that the pattern in her hair went along with it. So you got to appreciate that attention to detail. Let's see what we can get in terms of moving her head back. Still not getting anything. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is with that dumbbell. We all know what the issue is. It's just that dumbbell is in a we'll call it a tube. The neck is serving as a tube, and it's either too thick on the interior or it needs a notch, of some kind that will allow the head to draw back. But it is what it is. Here she is with her accessories, and these are the first time we've seen these kinds of effects. They have the rings, the wrist rings, so you you remove the hands, slap them on, and voila, punch the hands back in, and this is what you have. I think it's pretty nice. We've got, like I said, some air effects. That's what's on her right wrist / hand, and flame effects on her left. It would have been nice if we would have gotten something showing some type of water effect, as well as like sand or rock or something like that. But hey, this is a start. Now it's time for Lockjaw, and as you can see, some assembly required. He came out of his package in his clamshell, hind legs intact. You have to install the forelimbs, and so I'll just move those legs that way. Take the right forelimb and just push. Is that in? Yep, it's in. Then flip it to the other side. Do the same thing. And that's in as well. I'll move everything else aside. One thing I didn't mention, in the clamshell, he also comes with a powered down tuning fork. So we've got that. I'll move his crouching hind limbs out of the way as well. And let's see what we have here with Lockjaw. I'll have him face front first, so he's standing on all fours. Now that you've seen that, I'll profile him. And so we can get down to brass tacks here. So he's got four legs, of course. And they only articulate at the shoulders and hips in terms of the legs themselves. You have nothing going on at the elbows and knees. You do have, or ankles for that matter. We do have articulation at the paws, so they go down and up, and they do have pivot both sides. The same thing with the ones in the front as well. But there is no elbow or knee articulation. Head swivels. You can go zoom out a little bit. There we go. So we can actually see all of our boy here. You can go up a bit, quite a bit. You can go down. You can move him side to side, and of course you can rotate. You can change out his snout, pull that off. There we go. And then you have the other one. He looks kind of weird like that. Wow. Got a peg, 2 pegs, and you just push. And now you've got a pooch that has his mouth closed. I could also tell you, not only do the limbs rotate, they do spread out. So you do have that. And because you've got pivot on the paws, you can get him very close to on the ground there. So that's pretty nice, despite the fact not having any knee articulation or elbow for that matter. So that's pretty nice right there. You've got the tuning fork with the crackling effect that engages when he's about to teleport. So that's pretty cool. I believe all you have to do is pull that out, as you see right there. And what did I do with that tuning fork? Here we go. Just grab that. And I believe that notch that is on the lengthy portion goes to the back. And there you have it. Lockjaw just chilling with, he's not going anywhere by his own design. As far as the hind limbs are concerned, they come off easily the same way that you applied the front limbs. You could apply either set of hind limbs, in this case, the crouchers. Get that on there. Get everything out of the way and get Lockjaw in effect. Let's see if I can get that head to turn a little bit. Give him some you can get him pretty low, the legs, by beveling them out. And then swinging them so that they're all hitting the ground. That's pretty cool. And yeah, when he's sitting like that, he's going to be naturally looking up, so that makes sense. That makes sense. And then you can make him look even further up, if you so desired, right there. So yeah, that is our guy Lockjaw with his crouching legs in place. We were told beforehand when the Crystal Lockjaw set was revealed that Lockjaw is going to be limited in articulation functionality, and Dwight Stahl gave reasons why, which is the main reason why they came up with the crouching legs, the crouching hind limbs, for in place of giving us functional elbows and knees. He gave the explanation, but I got the feeling that most were not buying it. I can't lie, I'm not really convinced either, but that's because I would have preferred having some articulation, sort of like our superb Zabu, the Smilodon, aka saber-toothed cat. That's cat, not tiger, for those that are not in the know. This right here is an animal as well, just like Lockjaw. It was a Build-A-Figure. It is a Build-A-Figure, and it's definitely up for in the running for Build-A-Figure of the year. This was superb when they made it, and it's fully articulated. Speaking of articulation, I neglected to mention, as I turn Lockjaw kind of around, that his tail, stubby as it is also articulated. So there, I've fulfilled my obligation and informed my loving audience of all the articulation that Lockjaw has. So, yep, that's about it. But, yeah, it's just crazy that we get from Zabu, let me move Lockjaw out the way a little bit, we get from Zabu, as I turn him profile, the head, of course, which, you get the same things, and articulated jaw. He in the center, his torso has got articulation. He's got, of course, the at the shoulders, and he's got articulation at his elbows as well as the paws, and hind limbs at the knees and at the ankle and tail. It's just It's incredible to me that, he got all of that. We know they're capable. He can bevel out too. Don't want to forget that. He comes with all that articulation. And as I put him to the front and do the same thing with our guy Lockjaw. But that's all we get with Lockjaw. We get what? 4, 5, 6 points of articulation. And that's about it with Lockjaw. But he is of a significant weight. He does have some weight to him. So it's not like they didn't skimp on that part. They did skimp on the technology for his articulation. But as always, it is what it is. For another comparison, here's Lockjaw from Mezco, and he is they're about the same height. Maybe Mezco is a little bit a smidge taller, but he's definitely more. What am I trying to say? He's just larger. You know what I'm saying? He's got more girth, more bulk. You can tell that, and he definitely has a bigger head for sure than the Hasbro version. In terms of let's see what we can get nose to nose, so you can see what I'm talking about there. So yeah, definitely our Mezco is thicker. Definitely thicker than our Hasbro. I think, even though I love my Mezco version here, in terms of just the design, I think I like the Hasbro version better. I like the darker fur color. The expressions on both are pretty nice. I believe I haven't messed with my Mezco in a minute, so yeah, he can't his mouth isn't articulated, but it's been a minute. He was on display for forever, ever since I got him, and I still love them for sure. They have nice fur highlights. The Mezco version, as I turn him this way so you could see it, he's more wrinkly, as you could see there. Hasbro has wrinkles as well, but they're not as pronounced as the Mezco version. Be that as it may, I still think I like in terms of the design, the look, the aesthetic, I like our Hasbro version more. And to give Crystal her turn with some comparisons, figured we'd hook her up with the Battle of the X's. We've got on our right Quicksilver, Petro Maximoff, and on the left we have Ronan the Accuser, who I think she's still technically married to Ronan. I believe so. I can't recall. I don't think that marriage was annulled or not. I'd have to go back, but she hasn't been hanging with Ronan for a minute now. And just to throw it in there, she used to kick it with Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. And next up, we have our incomplete family portrait. These are members of the royal family. They're relatives to Crystal. We have on her immediate left is her older sister Medusa, and next to her is her cousin / brother-in-law. Jeez, Inhumans, y'all get it in like that. We have got Blackagar Boltagon, aka Black Bolt, the leader, the king of the Inhumans. And on our far left, we have Karnak, the most recent addition to both the Marvel Legends lineup and the royal family. It's been, a long time. This family should have been completed years ago. And what's crazy is, even if we were to get Triton, if we were to get Gorgon, and even Maximus, he's Black Bolt's brother, and he's insane, and he's a bad guy, but he is technically part of the royal family. He is a prince. Even if we were to get those three, it's been so long, we need redos of the existing. I'll start with Karnak. Karnak is the most recent addition. He came out, I want to say, early last year, 2023, I believe. And, they put him on the Pizza Spidey Buck. Now, he is a smaller guy and slight of stature, but the Pizza Spidey Buck, is played. They should have come up with something else for him. And, it's no bueno for sure. And then we'll move over to Medusa. She is on the old style of female bucks. Yeah, and she's in need of a redo as well. It's not totally old style. She actually has thicker legs. I have to give her props on that. She does have thicker legs, so she'll get those props. But they need to do something about that hair, and I'm not trying to be funny. Because that is her power, and she has long hair, it's plastic, and it is so top heavy, it's crazy. I've got her crouched over just to accommodate so she could stand up. And then Black Bolt, the only thing I have to say, and you'll know what time it is with him, Bucky Cap. So what do I think of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Amazon exclusive Crystal and Lockjaw Deluxe 2-pack? Well, it's definitely long in the coming, and it is a welcome addition. People have been asking and clamoring for Lockjaw for the longest time. We finally got him, but it's bittersweet. It's a tough pill to swallow because we got Lockjaw, but I feel we were robbed at the same time. The design is great. He looks great. Articulation, stiff legs all around, and interchangeable crouching and straight up and down rear legs that is not a consolation. I think we all would have preferred having articulation. We don't really know why we didn't get that. We got it with the Zebu Build-A-Figure all around, and that is a great figure, and I'm sure it's in the running for Build-A-Figure, if not Figure of the Year for sure. And that honor could have gone to this guy Lockjaw. He should have been in the running. It should have been a race of the quadrupedal figures. You know what I'm saying? Of the fur babies. That's what it should have been. But no, I think that makes this set fall short, and it's pricey too. I believe it's like around $70. I want to say close to it, something like that. And as far as Crystal's concerned, great addition. We needed more Inhumans. We need more Inhumans. And fortunately, we got her on a nice female buck. They modified the upper torso. The lower half is Shriek for real. We also got some nice effects, some new effects. For the first time, we've seen these kind of effects. Air and flame effects, because she is an elemental. It would have been nice if she had come with a couple of representations of the other two elements that she can control. She did come with an additional head sculpt. She's sporting that right now, windswept hair, and an additional set of hands. So it's still a decent set. I'm glad that I have it. I wish, that I had a little bit more to say positive about it, but hey, it is what it is. That's what this, these reviews are for. We have to open our eyes and speak the truth. No shill here. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this set. Disappointment? You still good? You passing? You getting it? What time is it with you for that? Let me know in the comments below while you're down there. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. You know what to do. And want to give a special shout out. I'm not going to say the person's name because he or she may not want to be doxxed, so I won't do that. But we're watching this review because I put up my latest haul on my Instagram, and my caption was decisions, what to review first. and somebody responded, and they said review Lockjaw, and that's how they said. They didn't even say review Lockjaw. I believe that's all they said. So I answered back and said I will do so. And shout out to you, one of my subscribers. Thanks for rocking with me, and thank you guys for rocking with me also. Until next time, peace.